up, Meister Village Boy Buckmeister, twice the nice to a YouTube show, Blemson, and today we are talking some Dune. So hi, if you're new here, my name is Buckmeister Cool from Meister Geek Media. I talk all sorts of geek media from the comic books and the superheroes and the animes and the mangas and the sci-fis and all that good stuff. So if any of that sounds cool to you, please feel free to tickle that subscribe button and that the bell button so you never miss a video. So, Dune, this was an interesting experience for me because I've never read the book. I never read the book. I'm actually reading it now because I'm interested to see what's going on. So I went and picked it up, and we'll see how that goes because apparently it's a super dense book with a lot of detail. But I mean, if it's got me, it's got me. Like if a story has got me, I will strap in for the ride. And coming to the movie, I'll say this: I strapped in for the ride. I was interested in this world. Yeah, like the world. I think the world building is the best thing about this movie because like the lore that they have in there and all of these like weird rules and all of that stuff. That stuff I think was the most interesting stuff to me. So I definitely think, like, definitely they put a lot of money into the sets designs and the sets and the CGI and all of that stuff. Like, that stuff looked really good in this movie. I love the performances in this movie as well. I think everybody acted really well in this movie. The character writing, I don't know, some of it is hit and miss. Some of it is just I get what they're going for, but I don't think they 100% nail it with some of the characters. Like for example, the main character played by Timothy Chalamet. That's how you say that, right? I don't know. It sounds French. This is the first time I'm hearing of this dude anyway. So, yeah, like with him, I kind of understand some of the things that they did, but like he felt very, how can I say, yeah, I guess it was very mopey. Very mopey things going on there with him. Which, I mean, it didn't bother me in the movie, but it did stick out to me, if that's a thing. I think it was uneven writing. I don't think it was an uneven performance. I think the way they wrote that character, Paul Atriedies, I believe that's his name in the movie, it was kind of just like, it was kind of ups and downs for me. So, but I mean, I still think it was a good performance. I just think the writing was a little bit uneven. Speaking of uneven writing, though, one thing I will say about this movie is that the stuff gets predictable fast. Like, there was a plot that I saw it coming from a mile away. I was like, sheesh. How many death flags can you put on one person? You should have just added that they were going into retirement. Like one big more job before retirement day comes or something like that. It was just like, Jesus. Oh my God. I hadn't seen this many death flags since like Age of Ultron. But Age of Ultron did do a twist with it. But this one, nah, they fully committed to that plot line and I was like, okay. I mean, really. And it was a character I liked on top of that, man. It was a character that was consistent throughout. I was just like, that is just one more thing. If you're consistent and you're a good person and all of these things, chances are in the movie, if you're not the main character, you're on your way out. One thing that was not predictable is that this is officially the DC Star Wars Marvel crossover event that we did not see happen. We got Aquaman, Thanos, and Poe in one movie. Okay, HBO, I see you. There was another thing that kind of bothered me in this movie a lot. And I think most of this movie works. I think I would say like at least 75 to 80% of this movie works. I just think one big glaring thing for me was the choreography of the fighting. I think the fighting was, the way it was shot, I don't know, I don't know, like, I think maybe the action was okay, but like the way it was edited, or, no, actually I'll even say like the way the choreography was done, because outside of the editing, even if I was trying to isolate like certain scenes, like, Jason Momoa in the movie, he gets the best fight scenes. in the movie, and even his fight scenes are kind of, they lack impact, but at least you can kind of see what's going on there. But some of the other fight scenes, I couldn't tell what had happened. I couldn't tell what the action was. And then also like some characters be dumb. Some characters be dumb. Action wise, I'm guessing. Because like we'll have a scene where a dude will, get disarmed in like 2 seconds, and then 2 seconds later he's like, I wanna fight that dude that disarmed me in 2 seconds. It's like what? I mean, that's like a thug getting disarmed by Batman, and then he's like, "Nah, man, me and Batman gotta square up again when I see him." It's like, bro, you need to go to the gym. You need to drink some Venom juice. You gonna need a bit of training. Like you got a lot of work to do before you try and square up with the Batman again after he disarmed you in 2 seconds flat. Like I saw that situation arise, and I was just like, come on, man. And just action wise, it like, I think another thing again is they keep emphasizing like how people are really great fighters in this thing, like really great fighters, really great fighters, really great fighters. So when it came to the action scenes and the action scenes, the choreography, especially like the hand to hand stuff, when it was hard to follow and it looked a little bit off, and like it had me asking questions like, wait, are you guys fighting or are you doing like a gumboot dance? What's happening here? It was just like, you got a great story here, you got some really interesting characters here, and you got some really interesting lore. You needed to flesh out these fight scenes, or you needed to do a little bit more wide shots and let the action show, because some of these cuts were so off. And it was just like the placement of people sometimes, it was just like, wait a minute, but how did he teleport, or did he just run past like six dudes who were supposed to apprehend him or something? What's happening here? Yeah, so I mean, again, I think my biggest issue with this movie, which is something I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about, maybe it's just me. Again, this review kind of late, I guess, because I wasn't on the Dune hype train, kind of, sort of. But yeah, I think for me the biggest issue was the action. I was like, you needed better action than this. Like to at least cement a story like this, you needed better action. Because I mean, a bunch of Star Wars comparisons are gonna come out. I know Dune came before Star Wars, so that's not my point. But like, even if you look at like the original trilogy and some of the prequel stuff is pretty cool. It's out there, but it's pretty cool. But like, yeah, they did a whole thing where they showed a lot of the action like in like nice wide shots, and they just let some of the actors do their thing or whatever. Especially like in the original trilogy of Star Wars, where you see, when you see Luke versus Vader, and they have Luke stunt double throwing backflips everywhere, and it's kind of a thing where it's not that the action has to look pretty. That's not the point. I just think it has to be clear communication of the actions that are happening, because you can story tell within a fight scene as well. Like it's really awesome when you can see storytelling in a fight scene. So I just think they missed an opportunity with that here, and like just some of it was just hard to see and hard to follow, and just some of the staging for me was just like, well, why would you do that? Listen to me, you staging. I mean, again, I'm just a dude on YouTube. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm just saying, coming from like stuff like Shang-Chi, where the action was super clear and super kinetic and everything. And I'm not saying I need this to be Shang-Chi. I just said that, and it's not even that the fighting style was weird to me. It was just that it was hard to follow most of the time. So, that is my thoughts on Dune. Probably nobody was asking for them, but here we are. This is YouTube. What do you think, my people? Let me know in the comment section down below. Did you watch Dune? Did you like Dune? Talk to me in the comment section down below and all of that stuff. Let me know if you do want to do a spoiler talk. I kind of want to keep this spoiler free, but this has been out for a while, so if you do let out some spoilers, everybody who hasn't watched it and wants to watch it, just be warned, I guess. Because, there's no embargo in the comment section. But, yeah, let me know your full thoughts in the comment section down below. Look at that, you made it to the end of the video. You are spectacular. Now, if you really like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there, and I got an icon you can click on to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video because my man's gotta be up. Peace.